Remember her? This is Shamima Begum. At 15 years old, she traveled from London to Syria to join the Islamic State terrorist group. Now in a refugee camp, she wanted to come home, but the UK government refused and revoked her citizenship. It's not just her. The Islamic State has attracted over 41,000 foreign nationals from 80 countries. Over 4,000 of them are women. They've given birth to over 700 children. Thousands of these women are still stranded in Iraq and Syria. And their home countries are all facing the same question, whether or not to let them come home. It's a heated debate. People argue they decided to abandon Western values and break the law, so why make an effort to bring them back? US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said, "We shouldn't bring back foreign terrorists to the United States of America." And there is plenty of evidence suggesting the women of Islamic State were not just childbearers in the so-called caliphate. They were suicide operatives, frontline combatants, morality police officers, and propagandists. But just leaving them to their own devices might not be so easy. The first issue is citizenship. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights says everyone has the right to a nationality. But countries don't always abide by that. For example, in 2017, the number of people stripped of UK citizenship rose by 600%. But is revoking citizenship really a good solution? We asked Gina Vale, an expert in radicalization at King's College London.
We need to remember that these individuals have not legally renounced their citizenship from their country of origin. They may ideologically have abandoned their state and left that life behind, but they never legally rescinded the right to have citizenship from their country of origin, their primary nationality. And therefore, there cannot be a legal case that could be made, morally, ethically, or legally, to strip them of citizenship or to deny them the right of repatriation.
Another issue is their right to a fair trial. Iraq and Syria may lack the proper resources to ensure due process, which could mean quick trials or even release without a trial.
If we do not identify and manage our own civilians, therefore releasing the burden on local forces in order to be able to handle their own citizens, then we are just adding to that burden, we are adding to potential chaos that could ensue.
And what about the children? Countries like Russia, Tajikistan, the Netherlands and France are making an effort to prioritize them. They're trying to make sure the children won't be held responsible for their parents' actions. The challenge is that if their parents are prosecuted and go to prison, their children will need extensive care.
Parents and mothers played a huge role in this. Were told to encourage their children, to bring up their children to be the next warriors, to be the next martyrs and fighters for Islamic State. So there will be instances where children have not only been exposed to violence, but also have carried out violent acts themselves. They therefore, as individuals, once again, may pose a threat upon return. But therefore, it is most important to ensure that we have nuanced and effective rehabilitation programs in place.
Experts warn the status quo could be dangerous. If these women's home countries pass the buck on prosecution and rehabilitation, a new source of radicalization could grow in an already troubled region.